Dan McGookey, and welcome to this week's version of Foreclosure Stories, a series of videos which is meant to educate homeowners who are struggling with their mortgages, meant to educate them and help them gain mortgage relief and thus help them and their families stay in their homes. This week's story is what I've entitled HAMP Helpers. HAMP is the acronym for the federal program which is known as the Home Affordable Modification Program. It is one of the signature mortgage relief programs that was enacted into federal law within 6 months of President Obama being elected over 4 years ago. It has been widely reported in the last few months that Bank of America, and Bank of America is not the only bank by any means guilty of this practice, but Bank of America is sued in the state of Massachusetts, and 6 of its former employees testified in an affidavit in that lawsuit that they were paid bonuses by Bank of America for denying people federal mortgage relief under that federal program known as HAMP. In other words, they were paid bonuses to violate federal law and thus deny people the right and the opportunity to save their homes. Now, why, would a bank want to do that? Why would a bank want to foreclose? As I've indicated before in this series and other articles that I've written, foreclosure is a profitable business. The bank, that chances are the bank that you're making your payments to is not your lender in the sense that it does not own your loan. They're a loan servicer. And it is a fact that loan servicers' compensation is based upon the unpaid balance of the loan, which in turn makes it profitable to put people in default. As people are not making payments on their mortgages, the servicers are actually making more money the way their fee agreements are set up. And that's a sad fact of life today with regard to mortgages. But it's not all bad news, because the HAMP Helpers is the story of a way of fighting back against your bank and saving your home. You have to educate yourself in order to, and be aware of your rights in order to invoke those rights and use those rights to help you stay in your home. Now, the rule of HAMP is really quite simple. It's what they call the waterfall test, and it's the point is that your mortgage expense, which is your principal, interest, real estate taxes and insurance, should be no more than 31% of your gross household income. So, to give you an example of what I mean by that, if you have a gross household income of $3,000 a month, you would take 31% of that. I believe that comes to $930. And your mortgage expense, which is your principal, interest, taxes, and insurance, should be no more than $930 a month. We see it with a lot of regularity that people that come into our offices who are facing foreclosure, who are in foreclosure, were never offered HAMP by their bank. This is a violation of federal law, and in order to take advantage of that law, which is meant to protect you, the homeowner, you have to know the law, of course. You have to be able to invoke your rights. So be aware that whether it's HAMP or possibly some other program out there, the banks with regularity will deny people mortgage relief because it is profitable to foreclose. Thus, in turn, as a homeowner with a troubled mortgage, you need to educate yourself about your rights in order to protect yourself and your families. Thank you for tuning in, and hope to see you next time on Foreclosure Stories.